Man, every time I want to put something fun on the stream, it doesn't work. It's always so loud. I never hear it though. I have no idea if this stuff has audio or not. What was it what was the audio? Was it just the Griddy song? I don't actually know what the song is called. It's the same thing with the train. Man, I was just trying to put a funny Nikavo avocado doing the Griddy because the mate kurusai. You're mad because no Joshu? I'm mad because no Joshu. Actually, wait. I have something. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, right. No, he's mad. No Joshu because the Vtuber model. I don't have a Joshu Vtuber model yet. You can faintly hear you. Oh, it was just Nico panting. Was there like three of them? Thank you, Jojo and Chris. Joshuka's a nomad. Hello, gentlemen. We have 70 viewers. I wish there was something more interesting I put on this screen for this. I don't know. Just having black and white manga panels isn't that visually engaging. This is why I need one of those moving backgrounds. In my newest video, I had a moving background that was going through. It's not actually a moving background. It's a little trickery in the editing where I had this normal background. What is that notification I just got? I don't know what that notification means. Jojo and Chris, Chad. Oh, member. Oh, thank you. But Jojo, please, you don't have to. Every time I stream, man, it's like I'm streaming. I'm killing Jojo and Chris's wallet. You guys can just watch the stream. I don't need the money, man. What was I saying before I got off track? Put the Joshu coconut cream. I haven't seen that video. I don't know if I want to, actually. I don't think Joshu is coming back. Maybe. So, let me just fill everyone in. This might as well be the first topic to talk about. The Austro-Hungarian Empire is back. No! No, it's not back. Trust me. If it was back, though, I can't compliment the Austro-Hungarian Empire. That was such a dysfunctional empire in history. Oh my god. You can't just having all those like 18 ethnic groups that all hate each other, put them into one empire under the Austrians. That did not go over very well. They got a cool flag though. Joshu. We got to talk about Joshu. Joshu is not the Japanese man that we all thought he would be. At the end of chapter 1, we were told of a Japanese man that was going to be in chapter 2. And we all thought it would be Joshu. I genuinely believed it would be Joshu because that kind of made the most sense to me. It was not Joshu. It was Rohan Kishibe, which is a whole can of worms. Because now we have to wonder about how that works continuity-wise, right? Because that's the only character... Yeah, no Joshu. Joshu sad face. He's not the same Rohan from parts 1 through 6. He's not OG Universe Rohan. I'm very, very, very confident with that. A lot of people... They see that, right? And they see Rohan and that he does look the exact same name, but there's no way he's not a multiverse traveler. What it is, and I'll get into something in a bit that I think might actually be the case, but the closest you're going to get to this being an original, hey Nikki Fish, the closest you're going to get to this being original Rohan is the fact that they might have lived very similar lives in Morio. They might have had the same name, look the exact same, but they're not the same person from parts 1 through 6. This Rohan here is not going to be like, oh yeah, I know Jotaro Kujo. Because they're not the same person. Hello, Cheems. Just someone who he just happens to live the exact same life across all universes. But I don't think that's the case. I did at first. And then I was reading people on stuff on social media. People were putting their own spins and thoughts and whatever out into the ether of the internet. And what they're saying is that this is a cop-out. This is a bait, basically. Araki, he put this at the end to bait us. Can we read through chapter 2 on stream? Okay. Shoot. I can't focus on multiple things at once. I was going to do a chapter 2 reading on stream, and then I got sick. And when I was sick, I was going to wait until I was better, but I was laying in bed, and I'm like, you know what? I could use some comfort manga, and I just read it on my own. Chapter 3, though. I'll read chapter 3 live. It's a very inconvenient time for me to get sick. Anyways, what was I saying about Rohan? Right. This is not the same Rohan. Okay? What this is someone under an alias of Rohan. I sound like such a conspiracy theorist right now. How do I say this without sounding so insane? One theory I saw is that this is Tsurugi. This Rohan that we see. That's not what I wanted to go. This guy. This is Tsurugi grown up who writes manga under the alias of Rohan Kishibe. Okay, I'm confusing myself here. It's not that confusing, right? It's not that confusing. Yeah, I'll talk about the stand hitting the Griddy after this, because that's probably my favorite part of the new chapter. Araki knew what he was doing. He's not throwing out the new universe crap. Okay, people are thinking that, oh, this is going back to OG universe. This is Rohan. He survived, made in heaven, this and that. Well, no, he didn't. Wait, what does Made in Heaven have to do with this? Never mind. Heaven's door put me in another universe and make me rich. That's not what happened. You guys are lying, and it's making me upset. This is the different Rohan. This is a completely different Rohan. The closest you'll get to this being the same Rohan is he just so happens to live the same life and look the exact same and have the same name across every universe, but he's a different person. But I don't even think that's the case. I think this is a bait. I think Rohan Kishibe is not his real name. Rohan Kishibe is a pen name that he uses when he writes manga. His real name is going to be Joe Mama or something. I don't know. Joe Mama, Tsurugi. So he might be a Part 8 character. This might be grown-up Tsurugi. Tsurugi may have grown up, started writing manga, and done it under the alias of Rohan Kishibe. Or Joshu. I've seen Joshu. If that's the case, I'm giving Jojo DOS $15. So I hope it both is and isn't Joshu. Imagine this, right? No, it can't. Okay. Rohan cannot be Joshu. Right? Something I would think of, this might be Joshu. 13, how many years after is this then Part 8? 10, let's say 10 years later, Joshu starts writing manga, now under the alias of Rohan Kishibe. I don't think that's possible because they look too different. Like, Joshu's not going to change that much in 10 years. Plus, where did he get that arm? Tsurugi, though, makes sense. If Rohan Kishibe is one person from Part 8 who grew up to become Rohan Kishibe, it has to be Tsurugi. The cringe Nene baby becomes the cringe mangaka. Joshu glow down SMH. It ain't Joshu, buddy, but if it was, that would be craziest glow down in history. I didn't come up with these theories, by the way. These are theories that I've gotten from people on the internet. I don't even remember who I got these from. But I remember reading, probably Aeon Star, man. He's got the best theories, I'm not going to lie. Now I need to show you something else that I saw, okay? And the reason I'm mad, I need to throw this up on the screen. Where's this image? I got to find a specific image that I saw before reading the newest chapter, okay? So I was baited. Where do I get this? Hold on. My brain isn't working right now. Some of you, a small select group of you already know which image I'm about to pull up. All right, I found it. Gator leaked the original panel where it is Joshu. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, so you know what it is. I saw this photo. And if people have been on, like, you know, Twitter, JoJo Twitter, whatever, they've probably seen it as well. Where is it? Oh, God, that's not the right photo. I just put the same photo twice! Okay, because apparently I don't know how to do this correctly. There's a photo. Someone made a good Photoshop, at least good if you don't look too deep into it, of Joshu in part 9, basically in place of Rohan. Now that I look at it deeper, I do kind of realize that it's definitely not real, because especially the bottom panel looks really off, and you can tell which panel they just spliced his head from. But, oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Look at this. I saw this before I read chapter 2, and I lost my marbles. I was going insane. I thought this was real. I thought this... I was so happy. I was very happy. I thought this was real, and I was very, very happy. I was actually going insane. I was on my way to say that, like, part 9 is going to be the best part in history, just based on this. He's the owner of the Higashikata Fruit Parlor, glow-up, prosthetic arm. He conquered his fear of God and got on a plane and went to Hawaii. That's the glow-up of the century. It looks pretty real. It does. It looks pretty real, especially since, like, someone had to throw that together so fast. The bottom panel is when you can kind of tell it's fake. Because you can kind of tell, look at that face, that doesn't fit. As well as if, like, I don't remember Joshua in this pose in part 8, but I do remember this pose from part 8. I know the exact panel that this is from. It looks so real, but it's not real. I know, I'm so sad. This is why I should have done it live, okay? I should have read it live, like I was supposed to. Instead, I was sick in bed, reading through, just wanting to get to the end, because I knew what was coming. I thought this was coming, and I was so excited. And imagine the disappointment in my eyes when goddamn Rohan Kishibe shows up at the end. I was disappointed. That just, like, put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. It's a good edit, though. Is this going to be a common theme every month? We're going to get leaks? Can someone keep photoshopping Joshu into every leak every single month? This is when Joshu said he kissed Yasuo and put his tongue inside her. Yeah, that is what this is from. You pronounce Joshu like Joshu? Some people do. Who is better, Joshu or Usagi? I don't like Usagi. Oh, sorry. Don't like is a bit harsh. I don't dislike him. I just don't care about him. A lot of people, he's probably the character I've seen the most of now. Even before he got us, even when we got that first leak of the Part 9 characters, people were obsessing over this hot dog boy. I never cared for him. His design is meh to me. And through the whole thing, it's kind of meh. Paco is where it's at. Paco is my favorite character so far. I guess I'll just put this up on the screen somewhere. I don't know where else. Paco's great. Why did he get a new character design? He got a hat now. I like the hat better. He's a bit insane, which is kind of nice. Did you know that your walls can easily fit a person? Crazy, right? Oh, not my walls, buddy. Trust me, I've stayed up way too many nights thinking about that. So I got some concrete. I filled in all my walls with concrete. You are not getting me today. I don't get, why does everyone like Usagi? Everyone in the chat's also talking about they love Usagi. I thought you like Hot Dog Man? I don't dislike him. He's just kind of there. He's whatever. I don't really care for him. He's probably like the character in the group I care the least about. If there's one character in the group who is gonna die, like, screw it, kill Usagi. I don't really care. Same with Rohan. I've never really cared for Rohan. My walls fit 70 children. He's a silly little boy. He's a silly little drug addict. It's got to get him off the streets. Always going to the bathroom. Hold up, guys. Let me go to the bathroom to go snort cocaine. Or what drug is Jodio selling? It kind of looks like weed, but it also could be cocaine in a little baggie. Weed makes the most sense. I don't think Jodio is selling cocaine. Like weed, like 15-year-old Jodio selling weed, that makes sense. The thing that doesn't make sense about Jodio selling weed is at the beginning of the chapter, the DEA has this whole operation with like 8 dudes pulled up in an undercover ice cream truck tackling a 15-year-old kid for selling weed. That seems a bit extreme. That's a bit unbelievable. If Jodio was selling meth, I think that's a bit more believable. But like, I actually, you know what? This is the States we're talking about. I'm from Canada. That's a bit crazy to me. Maybe in the States does have the war on drugs, right? Maybe if you're a 15-year-old caught with weed in the States, you'll be pulled up by the entire DEA. Oh my God. Also, it's Japan. Actually, it's Hawaii. I was going to say Breaking Bad reference. Guys, that was pretty good. I don't know how many of you have watched Breaking Bad here, but the first scene of Chapter 2 is pretty much a recreation of a scene from Breaking Bad, and that was very fun to watch because you know it's coming. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad and you've read the chapter and you want to know what I'm talking about, just look up. What would you even look up? Look up Breaking Bad Badger arrested. And there's going to see a scene of a character named Badger on a park bench where the exact same thing that happens to Jodio happens to a character named Badger. And it even happens in like the same order and like the same events. Someone comes up, wants to buy something. Character says, no, you're obviously a cop. Cop goes, oh, okay, I'm going to screw off. Character goes, wait, come back, let's talk. And it goes through the same story beats, and it even has the same climax where the undercover cop says, by law, a police officer can't lie if you ask them if they're a police officer. And so Badger and Jodio both ask, are you a police officer? And the undercover cop goes, nope. And then the second they're like, okay, I'll sell it to you. And the second they get a whiff of the drugs, they bend over and pull out a pistol, DEA. And in both in Breaking Bad and in Better no, Breaking Bad and JoJolands, the truck pulls up that Badger and Jodio both suspected were DEA cop or DEA truck. I think in Breaking Bad, if I remember, Badger says it's like a flower shop truck. He's like, oh, there's a flower shop truck down the road I see. It's parked. You definitely got your DEA buddies in that. And then when Badger gets arrested, the flower shop truck pulls up. And in this one, Jodio mentions the ice cream truck. And when he gets arrested, the ice cream truck pulls up. Weed is legal in Hawaii up to an ounce. It's def, coke, or meth. Probably coke. When I look in the baggie, it doesn't look like meth. Which is a... I don't know if I have never seen meth, guys. I have never seen meth in real life with my own two eyes. But I have watched Breaking Bad. And you do get to see what meth looks like in Breaking Bad. And whatever Jodio's got in those little bags do not look like what Walter White was cooking up. It looks more powdery, which is why I was thinking cocaine, right? The white powder cocaine. Haven't seen Breaking Bad. Can't believe I got spoiled by JoJo. No, that's not a spoiler. The Breaking Bad scene I'm talking about, that's like such a minor plot point. You want to know what's funny with that plot point? And something that people are talking about might be in JoJo now. Have you heard of a character called Saul Goodman? Or a show called Better Call Saul? That scene in Breaking Bad where Badger gets arrested is what leads into the introduction of a fan favorite character called Saul Goodman. This who's this like very snarky lawyer character, very charismatic, very funny. And so people are saying, you know, this scene, maybe we're going to get some kind of lawyer character. I mean, I think it's a big possibility that we're going to get some kind of lawyer character in JoJolands. Imagine Saul in JoJolands. That's exactly what I think we're going to get. We're going to actually get Saul Goodman in the JoJolands. A kind of snarky, charismatic lawyer character. The drug may be made by Stand. I doubt it. I think it's just straight up drugs. Is weed illegal in Hawaii? Apparently not up to an ounce. I think in the States, a lot of laws, well, not to say that laws aren't like that here too, but the States has a lot more power to the state. That's why you have such drastically different laws between the different states. So I think weed's like legal in some states, illegal in other states. Same with abortion. Legal in some states, illegal in other states. Yeah, in Canada, there's a lot more federalization. So, like, weed is federally legal across all of Canada. So every province, same with abortion, is federally protected. I think by the Constitution. So it's illegal. Better JoJo. Oh, Better Call Saul. Rohan works with Mr. White. Okay. Now we need to talk about Griddy Stand. Stand with the Griddy. This thing was the funniest thing in the world to me. Imagine being a series. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd see a Stand hit the Griddy. Was this intentional or not? I don't think it is. I don't think that this was intentional. But, I mean, hey, come on. We got COVID. We got all sorts of, we got Uber, all sorts of, how popular is griddying in Japan? No one's hitting the griddy in Japan. This was entirely coincidental. But it is very funny that I love to pretend that Iraqi just put in a Stand hitting the griddy on purpose. This Stand is also broken. Like, yeah, someone put in the chat. It's kind of broken, right? So apparently, how Usagi puts it, it has the ability to create anything that someone else wants. You're gonna go get a drink, Jojo and Chris? All right, have a nice drink. I I hope it's water, because water is healthy and you all need to stay hydrated. That's like my most healthy trait is that I do think I'm very good at hydration. I drink a lot of water. It is a song by... Wait, it's a song by King Crimson. Apparently this Griddy Stand is a song by King Crimson. Interesting. Might come in importance later. Maybe not. We'll see. It kind of looks like the Kiss stand. Absolutely not. You are going insane. We're not looking at the same stand. It kind of looks like Dragona stand. It does. All these stands kind of look not human. What was I talking about with wait, so something about the... Oh yeah, why it's OP. It has the ability to turn into, or I think, does it turn into or does it create anything that someone else who is not Usagi wants it to create? Which is basically a stand that lets you manifest anything you want. All right, see you, Cheems. For example, how it's used in this chapter is Usagi says, he tells Dragona, say out loud that you want a camera. And she says, damn it. And he says, I want a camera. And so the Mat Kudasai, that little stand guy here, starts hitting the Griddy, and a camera just appears. That is kind of, what? Do you think we'll get referenced something like TikTok or Fortnite? I hope so. I hope that would be so funny. Maybe that's what Jodio was playing. He's like playing someone on his phone. He's a mobile gamer. The manifestation stand is kind of stupid, like strong. Almost as broken as Heaven's Door. The restriction of having Usagi not be able to create anything he wants isn't even that much of a restriction. That's like not that bad. So that, because that's how I guess it's balanced, is he can only create what other people want, not himself. But we can see that he can just get other people to say things. He wanted a camera. He told Dragona to say that they want a camera. And that was enough to bypass the limitation. So he can just do that anytime he wants. Just get people to say things. And he can get them. Why doesn't he just make... Wait. Why doesn't he just make a diamond? I want this diamond from Rohan Kishibe. Say it. I want this diamond from Rohan Kishibe. And then it starts hitting... The Mate Kudasai starts hitting the Griddy and a diamond appears. Why did they need to steal the diamond at all? What if the Mat Kudasai was in JOJOlan? I want the Lokakuka. He just hits the Griddy and he gets the Lokakuka. I wish I had a gun. So yeah, the Mat Kudasai is definitely the best stand so far. Because it's funny, because chapter 1 came and went, and we got 3 stands in one chapter, which is kind of nuts. Not only do we get 3 stands in one chapter, though, there are also 3 very weak stands. Bin Hustlin', or the Hustler, or whatever it's called. That one's probably my favorite stand so far, believe it or not. I also love Paco, believe it or not. Because I just think it could be so versatile, and there could be so much fun things from that. But it's inherently really, really weak. Bin Hustlin', or the Hustler, is the ability to flex any muscle in your body. So what that means is, like, your elbow. He can basically, he can flex any body part he wants to, like, harden it. Or, you know when you flex a muscle, it, like, kind of hardens? It's like, He can do that, basically, to any muscle, including, like, you know, like, the really weird, obscure muscles in your body that you can't do that. So, for example, I have a scene in my head. He has to find the original object to duplicate it. Oh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And it's duplication. Okay. It's not just complete manifestation. Okay, that's more balanced. That's a lot more balanced, yeah. Is it permanent? Welcome back, Jojo and Chris. Jojo and Chris, you could also just use the chat, man. Thank you, both of you, though. I'm so scatterbrained on stream because I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking at my screen, I'm looking at all this, going through. How do people do that, man? How do some streamers so big, got like 40,000 people in the chat, and they're still like being able to put out coherent sentences? What was I saying? I was talking about Paco. Oh yeah, there's a scene that ever since I saw Paco, I want to happen. It's very specific, but I might as well put it out in the ether now so that if it does happen in the future, I can link back here and I can be like, I predicted this. I want there to be a scene where Paco puts his back towards a wall, and like a caterpillar, he just climbs over the wall using his back muscles. Because he can flex, right? Like a caterpillar. He like flexes the top muscle to like grab the wall and like pull himself up a bit, then the bottom muscle, and like basically just pull himself up over the wall. Oh, hey, Jojo Doss. Someone said it's basically Kiss. How long can stuff stay duplicated? Actually, could we talk about the security camera footage? If you make a camera, you've still got to wire up the footage. It's not just going to automatically work. Like he's got 2 camera feeds going. Also, if you have 2 camera feeds, one real and one fake, they still have a camera feed of your face. Oh, they can't prove which one's real or fake? Well, show that footage to the police. They're going to use that footage to try and identify people. They can just use both footages. I don't know why having 2 footages is too much. We don't know which one's real, which one's fake. Guess we can't use either of this evidence. Just use both. Maybe they'll... I doubt you'll find people... I doubt you'll find someone who looks like B footage Paco just on the streets that are going to get falsely imprisoned. Stuff can probably stay duplicated for a while because Usagi did that. To have 2 different camera feeds going on, so they can't use it as evidence. Yeah, I guess we don't have a limit yet. Kiss has an inherent limit with the stickers because a sticker will eventually come off. Stickers don't last forever, right? They eventually unstick. The Mat Kurasai, it might be a range thing if he gets too far. It might be he can only have one thing duplicated, and he'd have to unduplicate to like recall the Mat Kurasai. Hey, Scarlet King, I do remember you, and I'm not lying. I keep all my knowledge in my head. What's cool is the trilogy of new parts all have protagonists with disabilities, physical, mental, and social. True. Do you think that... Is this something we think is intentional? Or maybe a coincidence? I don't know. Guys, give me a second. Actually, I'm gonna Uber Eats some Subway because I'm hungry. Actually, no, I can just talk and do it on my phone. So how are we feeling about this chapter, actually? Just overall. Compared to the first chapter. Actually, I'm gonna put a poll. How do I do that again? I forget. Oh, I can donate to myself? Why would I want to do that? Now would be a good time to insert ads? No. Don't tell me how to run my business. Okay. Start a poll. Is Chapter 2 better than Chapter 1? Yes or no? I personally... Actually, I'll give my thoughts after because I don't want to skew the votes with my opinion. But I do have definitely a preferred chapter of the 2. I think Honeymoon Phase is probably going to sway the votes, though. Every single chapter, I bet, we're just going to have people saying, yes, this is better than the last chapter. Dude, I can't wait till we have a discussion for a chapter that's just like the chapter that we'll remember. Like Like, what's it called? Vitamin C and Killer Queen. When we get like that kind of level of quality in a chapter, or like fights or something. Wait, we never even had a fight yet. What if we just don't have a fight in the whole part? Honestly, like I'm fine. I'm honestly down for whatever. I think Araki, like, do what you want, man. I mean, I'm here for whatever. Jodio does say sus, which is kind of nuts. Not when I say he says sus, apparently that is like the legit translation of it. Apparently, because the translation I read for the JOJOlands is, I think we need more Yankees. Yeah, the lemon and tangerine of this part is gonna go crazy. Last done today. Promise. Dragona's new outfit is sick. Dragona got a new outfit? I didn't even notice Dragona got a new outfit. I noticed Usagi's got a new hat. That's the easy one to notice. So I liked Chapter 2 more than Chapter 1. Chapter 1 I liked a lot. I did like it a lot, but I feel like I didn't like it as much as a lot of other people. Because I was hearing, like, I really liked it, right? But there was a lot of praise that I was kind of like Jodio. I like Jodio a lot more in Chapter 2. In Chapter 1, I was kind of I love his haircut. Not really into his outfit. Like, it's kind of meh. But the confirmation that he has antisocial disorder is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's pretty cool. We've never had a JoJo protagonist that is quite literally a psychopath. You know, there's that subsection of the JoJo community that thinks that Johnny is like the devil. They treat him like he's that Funny Valentine was this saint and that Johnny is this evildoer. They might disagree. They might say that Johnny was the first psychopath, but I hope Araki doesn't backpedal. But I think he will. Maybe I'm just not having enough faith in Araki. I should. But I feel like he's going to backpedal. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where we're told that Jodio is a psychopath. He is quite literally a diagnosed psychopath. But he's going to mellow out, kind of. He's going to mellow out, you know. He's going to become a lot less of a psychopath. Psychopaths, like, they lack the capacity, the mental capacity for certain emotions. I'm not a doctor or a psychologist. I'm like a 19-year-old kid who's knowing nothing about this. But being a psychopath is not just a buzzword that you use to insult someone or to call someone who's bad. Being a psychopath is an actual mental disorder in which your brain just works differently than other people. And now we're told that Jodio is a diagnosed psychopath. He got an 18 out of 20 on the psychopathy test, whatever you want to call that. And I think Araki's going to backpedal on that. I don't want him to. I want him to be a full psychopath the entire part through. But I don't know if Araki is capable or wants to do an entire part where the main character is a psychopath. Because being a psychopath, he can't really exhibit a lot of the same traits a lot of the other JoJo protagonists have, right? Like, did they say he lacked empathy? I think psychopaths lack empathy. So that's something that a lot of JoJo protagonists have had, right? It's kind of part of the justice, the resolve. A big part of that is empathy, right? You have empathy for people who are facing injustices. Therefore, you want to be the justice to save them. But Jodio won't have that. Well, he does have resolve, actually. His resolve is to get filthy, stinking rich. That is his resolve. And it's not this noble journey. Hold on. I gotta read this. TrueDog1, look at the Discord server in memes. It's maybe funny. What do you mean maybe funny? My stand, 4 big guys. That's not my stand. That's my Friday night stand, though, if you you know what I'm saying. Okay, let me go to memes. Memes or JoJo memes?
But this isn't a game now. It's a real-life scenario, and you But this
okay,
isn't a game now.
I like that.
It's a real-life scenario.
That's old. That's an old meme. You guys can hear it in the... Oh, I must sound so deranged laughing at that.
This isn't a game now. It's a real-life scenario, and you
It's so funny because I know that exact video that's taken from. Yeah, let's just have me look at memes on stream that you guys can't see. He seems to care about his big bro. That's what interests me. Okay? Not to say... Psychopaths, I think, can feel some stuff, right? I'm curious about the limits of it, though. He definitely does seem to care about his big brother. And his mother. His mother, too. So that's interesting. Now you have to wonder, is it actual love, or is it love for his own sake? Someone who is, say, incapable of empathy or love or whatever for other people, they might love family members and stuff for their own benefit. Like, they might not love their parents because they don't have that inherent brain connection that lets them feel the emotions to love, but they might love their parents and want to protect them and be good to them because their parents will, like, it's for their own benefit. Loving your parents, in turn, has your parents take care of you and feed you and clothe you and stuff. So that's what you got to figure out. Is it a real love, or is it love for his own benefit? I think it's more real love. I think it is. I don't know. I don't think... I just gave that whole speech, and I'm backpedaling and saying, I think it's real love. He wants his mother to... He wants people to use an umbrella, to give their umbrella to Barbara Ann. He wants people to respect his mother. I think he just generally loves his mother. Jodio might be an unreliable narrator. Most psychopaths do have antisocial personality disorder, but Jodio might be equating himself to a more serious term because he's naive and young. That's possible too. The first chapter especially was shocking to me because the narration, that was kind of new for JoJo. Not like JoJo's always had narration, but to have this like narration from an immature standpoint, like usually the narration in JoJo is from this like omnipresent god, right? It's a narrator that exists outside the story, but we're getting narration from the protagonist, who happens to be a 15-year-old boy who is diagnosed with personality disorder. So the stuff we're getting from the narrator might not necessarily be accurate, but I think that's a weird way to write your story, especially for a Rocky and for just writing stories in general. I think it's weird and a bit of a cop-out to have narration for something and then just have it be like, oh no, the narrator just doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, that's kind of lame. It's a bit of a cop-out. I think the information that we'll get from Jodio through his narration is probably going to be accurate. Why does Jodio call his mother by her real name? Does he really? I don't know if he does to her face. He says his mother's name is Barbara Ann, right? But that's the same thing I'll say what my mother's name is. I'm not going to tell people my mom's name is Mom. He's messing with us. He's trolling the audience. Dude, oh man, Jodio would be the biggest internet trolls. Jodio seems like a 4chan user. Do y'all think Rohan used Heaven's Door on himself? We don't even know if Rohan has Heaven's Door. Because if it's Sarugi, then it would be Paper Moon King. Unless Paper Moon King is like an infant version of Heaven's Door that grows. No. That's not happening. I like to think he's aware of us. I think he is too. Because he's addressing us, the audience. Telling us that he's sometimes like this and other times more like this. So, oh yeah, another thing, these streams kind of replace chapter reviews. I can kind of just give my thoughts out on the chapters. Oh, I should make a playlist on YouTube of these, actually, these discussions. But I've been considering doing chapter, like actual just chapter reviews videos. Not sure yet. I definitely want to do like a video every chapter just based on something on this chapter. I already have a topic. Like last time for chapter 1, it was Dragona. I made a video about Dragona for the first chapter. I have an idea that I want to make. Bruh, look at Matt Kudasai lyrics, please, man. Okay, I'll pull it up in a second. Heaven's Cabinet. Do you think JoJo Stand November 1 will be able to stand rush or do a stand cry similar to how other protagonist stands do that? I don't know, man. I wish I could tell. I mean, it doesn't have fists. I'll tell you that much. If it could do a stand rush, it wouldn't be the same. It would be different, but I think it's possible. You know, a bunch of raindrops hitting someone in like a stand rush fashion of being punched super fast. Should have a bunch of raindrops. Doesn't Heaven's Door itself evolve? Doesn't Rohan... Okay, it's been a minute since I've watched or read Diamond is Unbreakable, so I might be rusty on this. But I don't think Heaven's Door ever changed. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about how when we first saw Rohan in part 4, he needed to like show his manga to like activate Heaven's Door, but then later he doesn't. And I think that's because he writes in the air, right? You see, he's got like a pen whenever he pulls out Heaven's Door and he like does a little writing in the air. And I think that's like him creating a manga in the air, and then the people see the manga in the air, and that's enough to trigger it. I think. Do you think JoJo is submissive or breedable? He's 15. He's 15. That's my answer to that question. He's 15. We can have this conversation about Dragona. Dragona's 18, okay? JoJo is 15. Oh, right. I was going to look at the Matt Kudasai lyrics. I really like... This is by King Crimson? Because I'm a JoJo fan, I've only listened to 2 songs by King Crimson, and that's Epitaph and Court of the Crimson King. And I do like both of those songs a lot. Epitaph especially. Look up, if you haven't listened to Epitaph by King Crimson, you should look it up. It's a good song. It goes, knowledge is a dangerous game. Please wait in Japanese describes a lower pinning and waiting for someone seemingly overseas to come home. Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at a Genius article for the Matt Kudasai. The Matt Kudasai, according to Genius.com, describes a lover pinning and waiting for someone seemingly overseas to come home. With the Japanese and American theming, this is similar to Madame Butterfly, blah, 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 blah. Huh. Is Usagi gonna come home? I mean, I guess what I get from here is Usagi related to Rohan? Rohan is the Japanese person he's been waiting for? That would be a cop-out. Wait, guys! There's a lyric in Mat Kudasai that says, pain like the rain that's falling. Holy crap. She waits in the air, she sleeps in a chair, in her sad America. What, is that the only lyrics in the song? What? There's like... This is like a haiku level of... Listen to the song on stream. I cannot listen to the song on stream. True Dog, what music platform do you use? I use... Right, let me tell you guys a little secret, okay? You can't tell anyone this. But you can, a lot of times on YouTube, you can find music, right? And what you can do is there's these websites that they let you insert the URL of a song or a video, any video on YouTube, and download them as an MP3 file. And then what you can do with that is on your phone, if you use an Android, because Androids are better than Apple, you can actually access your MP3 files. And so you can actually just put all your MP3 files into one folder. I'm just old school. I've been doing that since, like, for so long. Everyone just uses, like, YouTube Music or Spotify or whatever, and they tell me, you know, oh, you need to switch over. And I'm too lazy. I gotta re-put in all my music. I've got this folder that's been going for so long. It's, like, such a long folder because I back it up on my computer and stuff. So when I get new phones and stuff, I don't have to restart. I just can, like, import all my songs over. Some songs get bugged, though. Stardust Crusaders OST, it's called World. It's that song used in the fan-made Steel Ball Run trailer. It's a good song, but it's, like, bugged out. And I'm just too lazy to re-download it and fix it. So what I mean by it's bugged out is every time it gets, like, 3/4 into the song, it just, like, bricks my phone. And it, like, I have to hard turn off my phone. What were you talking about? Analogies. Oh, wait, let me pull up real quick. Jamie, can we pull that up? Jamie died, Mika. Whoa! Opened up YouTube and I see Chewy Dog 1 is streaming the JOJOlands Chapter 2 discussion. No shot. And sleep deprived Gardic phone. I'm going to put that on my watch later. Pyro Live says this YouTuber called me out. Anthony Padilla, I survived human trafficking. Holy crap. Critical milk tier list. We're just going through my YouTube recommended. Trump, Biden, Obama try to make a Lego Star Wars tier list. Mr. Beast, I paid a real assassin to try and kill me. Well, I'm going to assume he failed. EDP walking away. Hassan. Semblance of sanity. Okay, I was going to open up my... I want to look at the poll I put up yesterday. Guys, I'm like 100 off of 50K. What's going to happen? So I've really been thinking about the 9/11 video. I don't really think it's a good video. And surprisingly, it's not because I'm worried about it being controversial or whatever. It's just kind of lame. Because every stand can stop 9/11. Not literally every stand. But they all the situations play out the same. Stand on plane, uh-oh, beats up guy, takes control of plane, we're saved. Stand on plane, beats up armed guys. If a stand can beat a guy with a gun, then they could stop 9/11. You go to look at the presentations. True! I forgot about them. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to do that, though. Not now. or today, because today is the JOJOlands discussion stream, okay? We've got to keep our streams organized because I'm going to put these in a playlist so that 10 years down the line, someone's going to want to look at old discussions, like archived discussions of the JOJOlands from a time period where it just came out, and they're going to see my playlist, and they're going to see like all 110 chapters of the JOJOlands with each one having like an hour-long discussion after. Uh-oh. Wait, I gotta see. I can't see what Jojo and Chris said. Someone's put something in the chat to make it go up. I see the first. I made the top one stand that can stop 9/11. What is the number one stand that can stop 9/11? Epitaph. I don't know. Rating your hottest JoJo takes. This video is dead in the water. Man, this video dead. I thought that would be more interesting. Yeah. It's plateaued, which means it stopped. It's like not being recommended to people. My Tusk Act 5 video, I'm still mad that got demonetized. Because, like, that video is... I love that video. If you haven't seen my Tusk Act 5 video, go watch it. I really like it. You should really watch my presentation. It's good. I will watch every single presentation that is submitted to me unless it contains NSFW elements. Because anything that I can't show on stream... Because I'm going to be showing it on stream. Do you guys want to know what I make a lot of like videos now? Well, okay. Shut up. I make videos. You know, all my like recent videos are still not like my top content for like the past 48 hours. Like top 5 stands that could escape the backrooms is getting more views a day than like any recent videos I do. Oh, my Dragona video reached 100k views. Okay, I'm closing this poll because it's in my way. I can't see. After the stream, please join VC for garlic phone. What is garlic phone? Maybe. We'll see. I forgot to order my food. I'm hungry. Ugh, man. I could order food, but if I go get food... Ordering food is, like, nice because it comes to me and I don't have to go get it. But that costs money that I have to, like, pay for delivery and stuff when I can just go and get the food myself. Which videos are your least favorite? That's a really good question. Let me open up my videos. Oh, I know what my least favorite video probably is. JoJo All-Star Battle R makes me angry, and here's why. I'm not incredibly proud of that video. In my defense, I had like 300 subscribers when I made that video. So I really expected it to get like 100 views. And so I didn't entirely fact-check everything. Because I'm kind of like, whatever, you know? No one's going to watch this. It doesn't matter if I get stuff wrong. But now there's like, it's got like over 100,000 views or something. How many views does it have? Yeah, it has 159,000 views. And it's like, I got a good amount of stuff on that video just straight up wrong. So, ugh. I do like that it's a 30-minute video. I love longer videos. My longer videos are the ones I like more. Personally. Like that 30-minute... Dude, you guys are getting me... Don't get me started on Link's Awakening. I have this Google Doc. I have 12 hours of footage of me playing through the entirety of Link's Awakening Remastered. And I have notes. Google Doc notes with timestamps of events and my thoughts on every dungeon, my thoughts on, like, the entire game as a whole. I was going to do, like, a whole, like, you know, those, like, super long, hour-long videos. I still could. My video backlog is nuts. Whenever I finish a video, because I have a list, right? And I take the video off the list, right? Because it's done. But my video ideas list gets bigger faster than I pump videos out. So it's like it's like infinite expansion. I just get so many video ideas that I put on the list, and I barely take anything off. Why is the stand hitting the Griddy? Because Rocky likes to be a little bit quirky like that, I think. I think the Backrooms or ASBR video was my first. That's most people's first. Some people say to make a second channel, and that's something I've definitely considered. But I really don't like the idea of multiple channels. I don't like the idea of dividing my accomplishments, I call them, across different channels, because I love having a catalog. Every time I release a good video, it's like this is now just a permanent part of the ChewDog1 catalog. And they say to make like different channels for like different niches and stuff, but I don't like dividing up my catalog like that. I don't want to divide my work across different channels. I never intended to be exclusively a JoJo channel. Not to say that I would, abandon it, but I made my channel to talk about whatever I felt like talking about, and I've been having success with JoJo, so that's what I'm going to keep talking about. But I also want to, talk about Link's Awakening remastered for the Nintendo Switch. I might talk about Link's Awakening remastered for the Nintendo Switch. I might talk about the weird title gore subreddits I found. You became a chewy dogger. You became a dog. My first video was the 30 times a Rocky. I actually forgot because I thought it was a ham on beat video. Oh, I love that video. That's the video I have as my channel trailer. So if you go on my channel on PC, it auto plays that video because I really love that video. I think it's very funny. I think it's just back-to-back banger jokes for like the whole video. I love that video. Oh, and that's like goes back to the ChewDog1 lore of originally, actually, I was going to have all my videos be parodies of YouTubers. So for example, that is the Ham on Beat parody video. And I also have a gay Steel Ball Run video, which is a parody of Juice Man. And I might as well tell you guys this. I never finished it, but I did start a script. I was going to make a Shuckmeister parody video. It was explaining weather report using stand science. And I didn't finish it because it was kind of a meh video. That one also I kind of felt was probably the most a bit mean-spirited too, so I'm not really a fan of it. I didn't like the jokes I was making. They seemed a bit like my parody videos I did for Him on Beat and Juice Man. They weren't made with any mean spirit, right? Because I do like their videos, and it's more of like an homage to them. But when I was writing the Shuckmeister script video, I kind of felt like I was naturally just kind of being a bit mean-spirited. And so that kind of made me not want to finish the video. Guys, I'm going to eat a cracker. Snails? Here's a fun fact. I think I watched Stone Ocean and dub before sub. I forget which one I watched first, but I've watched it fully through in both sub and dub. I forget which one I watched first. I think it was dub. What happened to Stone Ocean Bingo? Is it because you don't like Shuck? No, that's not it. That's not it at all. I felt like the jokes in the Him on Beat video weren't at Ham on Beat's expense. The jokes in the Juice Man video weren't at Juice Man's expense. For some reason, I just naturally, when writing jokes in the explaining weather report using stand science, I noticed they were kind of like mean-spirited jokes against Shuckmeister, and I was kind of like, I didn't like that, so I didn't go through with the video. I don't know. I like the new Ham on Beat video where Commodore goes, how could Johnny summon Tusk Act 4 when he wasn't on a horse? And he's like, well, you can see there is a horse. Shuck did to Stone Ocean what the Smith Plays did to Transit. Dude, that's a throwback. Honestly, Transit's not good. Grow up. I'm tired. People hated Transit back in 2012. 10 years later, people are like, you know what, Transit wasn't that bad. Yes, it is. I go back and play old zombie maps. I go back and play Transit, and I'm like, this is even worse than I remember in 2012. This is terrible. Do not play Transit. Go back and play Origins. I don't know. Ham on Beat has a passive-aggressive vibe to him, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I do too. I get that vibe too, and I think that's part of the charm. It's this, like... Because he's like a walking JoJo encyclopedia, right? He definitely knows way more than I do. And he kind of knows that, right? He knows that he's probably up there as, like, the JoJo fan that knows some of the most. And so, yeah, he always seems like he's fed up with his fans, and that's what I like it. It's funny. Right? It's like, think of it as like a teacher who knows all this stuff and that's getting fed up with the students who keep repeating the same mistakes. Thoughts on Buried, my favorite Blops 2 Zombies map because of all the gimmicks. When I was little, I really liked Buried because it was easy. I still like it. Less so now, though. I just think it's not as interesting to me as Mob of the Dead and Origins. But, yeah, back in, like, 2012, Buried was my favorite. Probably knows more about JoJo's than Araki. That'll be interesting. You know what would be interesting? To see a quiz. Okay, actually. One of the videos I always wanted to do is a quiz. I want to make a quiz, and I want to get some JoJo YouTubers, and I want to just do a quiz. It's simple. A JoJo-related quiz to see who would win. I'm curious if Ham on Beat would win. If he probably wouldn't even be interested in doing my silly little quiz, but if, let's say hypothetically, everyone was on board to do a quiz, I'm really curious who would win. I'd love to see Ham on Beat and Araki on a JoJo quiz. I want to see if Ham on Beat knows more about JoJo's than Araki. I like the idea too. I just don't know if a lot of JoJo tubers would be interested in something like that. Have I seen the Ham on Beat tweets? Yeah, I think I have. I haven't seen the context though, and I don't really want to comment on them. But there are some tweets by Ham on Beat that are they didn't age the greatest. I'd also have to write the quiz first. Actually, no, is this something that I write the quiz first and then ask, or I ask and then write the quiz? No, you ask first, right? Because that would be, imagine putting all the work to putting in a quiz together and no one wants to do it. So like, damn. The format I was thinking would be multiple choice, so like A, B, C, or D, And I was thinking of doing, originally, I was going to do like 18 questions, 2 questions for each part. But honestly, I don't think I want to be fair to every part. Come on, you want me to make 2 questions related to part 1? Dog, I want to do 1 question for part 1. I don't even want a part 1 question. I'll do a part 1 question. My bias will show when 6 of the 18 questions are a steel ball run. What are the top 3 monks you've been keeping up with? Guys, I hate to tell you this, but JoJo's like the only manga I read. Like, I've read stuff in the past, but at the moment, I don't really... The only thing I read is, like, consistently is JoJo's. I might read Chainsaw Man, though. I watched, you know, all the anime, and I was like, that's pretty good. I kind of like it, so I might read it. We'll see. What's the name of that one bird stand thing in part 7? It's got bombs. I know who you're talking about. I'm just blanking on the name. Because it has a weird name, right? It has yeah, someone said it. Yeah, Boku no Rhythm wo Kiture. Yeah, that one. There's also in part 8, there's, what is it? Dori Mi Fa Sol La Tito, I think, which is also a bit nuts. And also like Doobity Doodah or whatever. Part 7, question 1. On page 53 of chapter 62, panel 4, how many rocks are present? I really like Attack on Titan, Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist. Those are like the 3 most normie answers to that question, but it is what it is. I'm eating Celebration brand cookies because what do I think the lyrics of Mat Kudasai means? Let me open them up again. I'm eating cookies instead of ordering my Subway. There's like not many lyrics. It's a short song. Still by the window pane, like the rain that's falling. That one's pretty obvious. She waits in the air, mate kudasai, which I think is like please wait. She sits in a chair in her sad America. When was the night so long, like the notes I'm sending? She waits in the air, mate kudasai. She sleeps in a chair in a sad America. She waits in the air. What do I think the lyrics mean? I think that there's a Japanese woman in America who wants to go back to Japan. Please wait, mate kudasai. And she sleeps in her chair, just like looking out the window, not even in bed. Yo mama. Didn't Ginger and Chris donate enough money to buy a Subway? Oh yeah, no. Oh, it's not the money about the Subway. It's I keep going, oh yeah, I'm hungry, I gotta buy Subway. and then I forget, and then I don't. So I'll do it right now. I'm going to open Uber Eats. I'm going to order Subway. Subway is my favorite fast food place, by the way. That's another, like, official canon lore you guys can write down. Like, it's not even close. Subway, I'm not a fan of fast food in general, except for Subway. Subway's like the only fast food that I actually like. I love Subway. What's that sound? Me eating cookies. ADHD brain? Maybe. My mom has ADD. And my mom looks at me and she goes, you might have ADD. I don't know. There's no point in getting tested. So I'm like, okay. COVID completely made me feel like I have ADD. My attention span since COVID has been absolutely killed. And it hasn't recovered. At this point, I don't know if it ever will recover. Oh, you meant for Husagi in the story. I think there's another character. I don't know who it is. But Mate Kudasai, the song. No. Wait. Yeah, so, okay. Usagi, that's a very Japanese name. I just realized that. And it takes place in Hawaii. So you've got this kid named Usagi in Hawaii, in America. Now, I'm curious. So he probably can have something to do with wanting to go back to Japan or something like that, which might tie in JOJOlands or something. But I'm curious why the song with Usagi is a song that relates back to November Rain, which makes me think that there's going to be something between Jodio and Usagi, right? Do I think the SBR universe is better than the original? Personally, yeah. Usagi means rabbit in Japanese? I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. Guys, I have a confession. I speak English. And je parle un peu de français. Mais mon français n'est pas de très bien. Comme ça, je parlais du français quand je suis un petit garçon, mais je n'ai pas parlé de français aujourd'hui. What time is it for you? You sound tired? I just sound tired all the time, man. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm just tired. Speak 1.5 languages. Europeans be like, I speak 8 languages. I speak German, German 2, German 3, German 4, German 5, German 6, German 7, and German 8. Why French? Because I'm Canadian, bro. In America, you speak English, and then if you speak a second language, it's Spanish. In Canada, you speak English, and if you're going to speak a second language, it's French. I think I'd rather speak Spanish. Spanish, because at least if you learn Spanish, you get to travel to like all of South America minus Brazil and be able to... You know French? Not fluently. Not anymore. In Canada, you have to take French for many years of school, like just French class. So I just naturally picked it up, and I was a rebel, man. I did not want to learn French. Not that I want to learn French now, but, you know, back in school, why... When I was in elementary school, you know, it's like, why are they making me learn this stupid language? I want to speak English. So I never really put in the effort. I was never very good at French class. But yeah, you got to take a lot of French classes compulsorily in Canada. And once I stopped taking French at the youngest grade, it becomes optional because they're like, oh, it's after this grade it becomes optional. But a lot of students continue to take French. Nope. You think I'm gonna continue to learn French voluntarily? I want to take woodshop class because it's a blow-off class. I don't want. I want to use power saws and mess around with friends. I don't want to learn French, a language that lets me travel internationally. Should I try learning Japanese? I mean, if you think you could, I mean, go knock yourself out. But I'm going to tell you, it's going from English to Japanese is a very hard language barrier to cross. Like, if you're English, it's much easier to learn, like, the English adjacent languages, right? Like Spanish, French. Those are, like, similar to English. But Japanese is, like, a whole different ballpark. It's going to be very... Especially, I would say you could learn it if you live there. If you live in Japan and are surrounded by Japanese people talking, then you, like, kind of learn through exposure, right? Babies can learn Japanese. Why can't we? I mean, kind of nuts. Babies in their stupid little noggins, because they're tiny little crybaby piss babies that can't do anything. They can't do taxes. They can't work. All they know is to pee and cry. They somehow, at 3 years old, are speaking Japanese. That's kind of nuts. Good on you, babies. There's like an age. Once you reach an age, it becomes way harder to learn a language. The German family, yeah. Yes, the German family languages. Which is funny because I think French isn't technically part of the German family, I think. Even though they like seem similar, I think French is part of the Latin family. I should just learn Latin, actually. For 1 mil subs, choose to learn at least a bit of every language. For 1 mil subs, I would, like, cry because that's such a big accomplishment. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm ever going to make 1 mil subs. It is what it is. 1 mil subs is kind of a bit out of reach, though. I'll tell you this, I could never reach 1 mil subs doing exclusively JoJo. Because you look at the biggest JoJo YouTubers, and they're like... Who's the biggest JoJo YouTuber? Is it Caleb? It might be Caleb, who I think has like 400-something K, if I remember, which is a little under 500,000. What was that snort? Are you still a little bit sick? I'm a little bit sick. I'm mentally sick now. I'm in shock. I've recovered physically, but mentally I'm recovering from being sick. What was my Subway order? I can't disclose that information. That's classified. That's not even a joke. I will not say what my Subway order is. Oh, X-Forts. That's right. I forgot about him. How many subs does X-Forts have? Because, yeah, you're right. He's the biggest, no? No, it's not Shuck. Shuck is like 200K. How do you go from talking about JoJo to talking about talking? Because I'm just a good talker. This is why I'd be a great streamer. Actually, I'm talking about I'd be a great streamer when earlier I could barely even formulate a sentence. It's hard to focus when there's too much going on, man. Do people in Canada have an accent? Do you think I have an accent? Depends. I mean, everything is an accent, right? Like, do you want to know what's funny, though? And this is a thing that I think is really funny about Canada. And it's not just Canada. I guess it's like all countries like this. If you're an American and you're listening to me, you might be able to tell that I'm Canadian, right? But you probably couldn't tell where in Canada just based on my dialect. If you're Canadian and you listen to me, you just know, which province I'm from because my province, I have a very thick like provincial accent. Like I'm very stereotypical of my province's accent. But if you don't know the Canadian provinces, like you're not Canadian, then you probably wouldn't know. Yeah, are there different accents in Canada? There's a lot. And I'm not going to tell you guys. You guys can guess what you want. I mean, like I said, you can guess what you want. It's pretty obvious. If you know Canada, you could pretty easily figure out which province I'm from. But it's not the most obvious. If I was from Newfoundland, Newfoundlanders have probably, not just in North America, not just in Canada, not just in North America, probably one of the most distinct English accents in general. Have you ever heard a Newfoundlander speak English? They don't even sound like they're speaking English. Like, people make fun of British people's funny accents or Australians' funny accents. Look up Newfoundland accent and listen to them speak. It doesn't even sound like English. Like, that's, sometimes you have Newfoundlanders is like, you have those kids in your class. You just know when the second they open their mouth, you're like, okay, this kid's from Newfoundland. You can tell. They have a very thick accent. Same with Quebec. De Québécois. I'm not Québécois. If you want to know what a Quebec accent is, look at XQC. XQC is from Quebec. So he speaks like this. He speaks with a very thick Quebec accent. And they're from Canada? Yeah, Newfoundland's a province in Canada. Newfoundland was almost American at one point. Fun history lesson. Because Newfoundland is like our newest province. It only joined Canada in like the 60s. Newfoundland was like its own colony up until the 60s, like an independent. And there was like three factions. There was like three groups of people. There was the independent Newfoundlanders who wanted Newfoundland to stay independent. There's the Canadian supporters who wanted Newfoundland to join Canada. And there's the American supporters who wanted Newfoundland to join the States. And, I mean, history happened and the Newfoundland joined Canada and became our newest province. We're also supposed to get all of the Caribbean islands. We're supposed to be part of Canada. All the British Caribbean islands. Belize, all of the British colonies in like the Western Hemisphere were all just supposed to be Canada. But Canada, our government, were like, we don't want all these random islands in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't take them. America did try to rizz up Newfoundland. I would imagine the guy Austro-Hungarian Ball. I would imagine looking at your name that you might know a bit about history. Austro-Hungarian Ball, are you perhaps a map gamer? Guys, I gotta order my sub. I keep forgetting. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the chat for a second. Entertain yourselves for a minute. I'm gonna order my sub because I'll look in chat and then I'll distract myself and I won't actually get any food ever. Okay. Damn. Extra meat? Don't mind if I do. Add to cart. View cart. And the price is about to go way up because I'm ordering food. But you know what? That's okay. When I say a map gamer, I'm not talking about that the Twitter I don't even want to even talk about those. I'm talking about those video games that involve looking at a map and clicking on the map, and then you click another part of the map. I play map video games. Stuff like Hearts of Iron 4, Victoria 3. They're games that you spend hours just looking at a map. And you can get to change the map. You get to like click some things and oh, the map changes. That's so sick. Tell us what sub you got? No, I cannot. Do you want to know why I can't disclose that information? The reason I can't disclose the information of what sub I'm getting is because I always get the exact same sub from Subway. And so that feels like a security, like a privacy breach for me to tell you guys because it's the only sub I get like every single time I order from Subway. And I'm not even kidding. Like I'll have it like a couple times a week, every week for years. That sounds boring. I am a person of habit. That is something about me. I know I don't deviate too often in habit. I know what food I like. I eat that food. I know what I like to do. I know what time I like to do specific things. Like clockwork. TBH, that sounds interesting. It's like, I don't know if I can recommend. If you have to look at it and think, does this look interesting? I have some friends that like look at some of the games I play and they're like, wow, these are the nerdiest games I have ever seen someone play. But then I also have some other friends that are like, hell yeah, new $50 expansion for a map game. Keicho Niji Muramo. What does that have to do with Keicho? No, seriously, what does that have to do with Keicho? My habits sound like a rock human, not a mechanism. I'm just going to disappear for a few months, guys. Whopper, 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 whopper. Do you have sandwiches that like C's? Seeds? CD's nuts. $50. Did I miss something? Hold up. What happened? You're playing Hoi 4 right now? Yes, sir. Those games are boring? Fair enough. I can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. I like them, but I 100% understand why other people don't. It's like a acquired taste, right? I can't recommend them to people. Oh, $50 expansion. Oh, no. Okay, so map games are like the most expensive games in the world for no reason. They are so expensive because they all got so many expansions. And they're all so expensive. Same with like Destiny 2. Subway is not $50. Talking about expansions. You can call me CD. CD's nuts. Look at Usagi and King Crimson's design. Really? I'm gonna look that up. Usagi. Okay, that's Sailor Moon. That's not who I want to look at. I did not know that the main character of Sailor Moon's called Usagi. That's... okay. Now, what you saying that this guy looks like King Crimson? In what way does this guy look like King Crimson? Actually, I get it. The bodysuit, right? He's got the, like, full body suit, like, goes around his face. Oh, the clicking sounds is me playing with a fidget toy. My bad. My bad, my bad. I'll put it down. If you're in Pale with a Stand Hour, do you think you'll be worthy? Probably not. But then again, like a mouse or a rat was worthy. A dog was worthy. But then Holly wasn't. Like, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, man. What stand is my favorite? Killer Queen. You're gonna crowdfund for every City Skylines DLC. So yeah, I'm looking at Usagi photos. I Banana, I agree with what you're saying, in which you think he's hiding something. Because this boy is suspicious. And I mean, it's not really something that Rocky's trying to hide, too. Even the group is, like, suspicious of him. He's, like, shorting them on money at the car rental, like, disappearing to the bathroom. He's an addict. He's got this, like, weird enthusiasm, calling Dragona, like, nicknames. It's kind of like, ooh, it's, you know, some red flags. I don't trust him. Traitor? What if this guy was like working for Rohan the entire time? Meryl May invited them. True. True. That's right. They didn't even want this kid in the group. This kid was like exposing Jodio on the public school bus. Jodio had to tackle his ass. And Meryl May's like, oh yeah, take this. Is Meryl May trying to screw them? Is Meryl May trying to get them to take a fall for the group? Like, is Meryl May intentionally sending their Meryl May's own group to like a trap? Because Meryl May, like, we saw that the DEA is already on Meryl May's ass, right? Is Meryl May sending the group to a trap to get them arrested so that they take the fall for Meryl May? And somehow this Usagi kid is, like, somehow related to all that? Guys, my Uber Eats is driving a Honda Civic. Whoa, I've unlocked a 7-day free trial to Disney Plus. Crazy. Usagi reminds me a lot of Doppio. Meh. Meryl May is most likely the villain? I don't think so. Maybe a villain, like Small Fry, but I don't get like main villain vibes from Meryl May. Same with like Usagi and stuff. No one we've seen so far is like main villain material. Saw some people on Twitter were saying like, oh, the DEA lady is going to be main villain. The DEA lady is going to be like, what's that guy's name from part 8? The guy at the beginning of part 8 who just disappears for the entirety of the part and then comes back at the very end. Fun guy. I forgot his name. He ate his fingers. But that's who the DEA lady's going to be like. Yeah, she is. She doesn't have that, like, JoJo villain swagger. Like, even Toru, who I hate, he has Ojiro. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ojiro. Yeah. She's going to be like Ojiro. Meryl May doesn't have that main villain swagger. Toru has that main villain swagger. Toru's going to be the main villain. Oh my god, that one image. When we got that, like, leaked image of the Part 9 cast, and I saw Toru in the corner, I almost lost it. The cops are the main villain. The main villain is going to be that one police officer who is, like, sexually harassed twice already. What do you think of the Breaking Bad reference? Absolutely loved it. I hope we get more of it. I hope we get a Saul Goodman character. Is it Usagi going to be the main villain? I mean, that would be kind of interesting. Might be a love interest between Paco and Jodio. I mean, anything's possible, but that's not possible. Best girl in all the parts of JoJo? I don't even know. I haven't thought too hard into that. Haha, Speedwagon, get it? It's funny because Speedwagon is not typically... Speedwagon's not a girl. Yeah, how are people... No, wait, did she see November Rain? I don't think she did. November Rain, she saw the raindrops. I assume people can see the raindrops. To them, it probably just starts raining. I don't think she saw it. Why does the cop always have to come back and sexually harass someone in each chapter? What if that's like a monthly thing now? What if like every single chapter till the part ends, that cop comes back somehow just to sexually harass someone? Saul Goodman will not be the main villain. What if Rohan's the main villain? I don't think Araki would do that. Araki doesn't, because Rohan being the main villain implies that our heroes is gonna overcome and kill the main villain. And you really think Araki is gonna like have the balls, the cojones, to kill Rohan Kishibe? No. I think Rocky would rather kill the entirety of the Part 9 cast than Rohan Kishibe. Now that Rohan Kishibe is in the story, we know he's immortal. He is the only character so far that I can say with 100% certainty will not die. Check out Disco Ballet Part 9 Eye Catches. I'll do that later. I like his stuff. The Calamity Rain Part 8 is November Rain. I had that exact same thought. Because that was always so weird to me. That was like Wonder of You, early Wonder of You. Wonder of You a bit later became kind of just like luck. Kind of, like bad things happen to you. But in early, it was like, early Wonder of You was like things knock into you. And they deal extra damage. So like raindrops become killer raindrops. I like the later Wonder of You a lot better. Makes more sense. But no, yeah, Rohan's not dying at all. But yeah, I thought the same thought. The raindrops that are like killing Rai and Josuke is kind of similar to November Rain. You guys remember in the chapter 1 discussion when I kept talking about how November Rain is acid rain? Yeah, I think I've decided, I've come to terms that it's not acid rain. It's gonna be poor Tom's wife. Actually, no, he's a bachelor. He ain't got no wife. And then they got their kids, and then they got their friends. By the way, when Jody said Paco and himself, Paco said nice and heart. I remember that. That was funny. What was that heart emoji for? Why is Araki... Ever since, like, Steel Ball Run, Araki just uses emojis now. Do you think a female main villain is interesting? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. Female villain, male villain, like... If it's an interesting villain, it's an interesting villain. I hope we get a main villain this time. I hope we get, like... I miss having... Because main villains is something that I think JoJo's does really well. Like, even Dio, I talked about it in my Tori video, Dio doesn't do anything in Part 3. Like, if we're, like, analyzing, if I was an English teacher analyzing Stardust Crusaders, I would say, oh, Dio's a bad main villain because he doesn't do anything for the whole plot. He just sits around. And I don't know how Rocky does it, but even when Dio's just sitting around doing nothing, he's just so... He has such a presence. He's so intimidating. And that's what I want back. I want a intimidating main villain that we know of. That emoji spam would get banned on my Discord server. It was funny. I think some people take it too seriously. Some people get, like, upset. They're like, oh, it ruined such an emotional scene. I'm like, nah, it's funny. Silly images. Is it wrong to think that Diavolo is your favorite villain? You're allowed to have your own opinions. They're not correct, but you're allowed to have them. Okay, Doppio saves Diavolo for me. Diavolo on his own, without Doppio, is like second worst villain outside of Toru for me. But Doppio saves him. Doppio makes him way more interesting to me. I say right foot creep. I'm curious how they're going to animate Wrecking Ball from Steel Ball Run. Do you think JoJo should have already ended? Nah. JoJo's is like a kind of series that can go on kind of forever. Because they can just keep making new parts with new generations, new stories. I do think, though, JoJo's probably going to end when Araki dies. I don't think JoJo should continue without Araki. Berserk, the author of Berserk died recently, and, well, not recently, but, you know, semi-recently. And they have been replaced, right? So Berserk is going to continue, but not by the original author, by the original author's friend. I don't think Araki and JoJo should do that. Judging by Araki's age, either part 9 will be the last part or part 10. I think those are both good parts to end on. If JoJo's ends on part 9, then that means we have a trilogy of trilogies, which is awesome. Because I can, you know, when you recommend people JoJo's, you're like, oh, it's a trilogy of trilogies. And if it ends on part 10, you could tell people, oh, there's 10 parts of JoJo. 1, 0, double digits. Like, that's just cool. 11 is lame. 9 and 10 are the right number of parts to end on, not 11. When Bruno was taking over, Diavolo was a lot better than Diavolo himself. Diavolo Stanos saved this character. King Crimson's aight. Diavolo is the main villain since Jodio is Giorno. Well, Jodio is Giorno, but he's not named Giorno. So Diavolo, sure, they could be like a Diavolo surrogate, but he's not going to be named Diavolo. But it's definitely possible. I should write JoJo's when Araki dies. See, the thing about that is to write manga, you have to be good at art. You have seen my drawings. You've seen my profile picture, which I drew myself. Imagine that just being the standard art style for JoJo's. It's so funny because JoJo's is such an inherently, like, artistic series, and so it attracts a lot of, like, good artists as fans. I'm the opposite. I am really, really bad at art. I cannot draw. I love to draw. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, it's been many years. When I was little, I loved to draw, but even then, I was never really that good. Like, back in, like, elementary school and stuff, you know? Like, I have some friends who are, like, stupid good at drawing. Not me. I cannot draw. Feel like Rohan's gonna join the gang? I would not like that. Okay. The only way Rohan joining the gang I might actually not hate is if Rohan turns out to be Tsurugi or someone else that's not actually Rohan. Because we already got Rohan in part 4, man. I don't want to. Because you know, if Rohan joins the group, Araki's going to make this just thus spoke Kishibe Rohan. He's going to take over. I could be wrong, though. He might, like, just play supportive. Who knows? Your art is like the Oingo Boingo ending. That's an insult. I can draw. Technically, I can draw. Technically. Yeah, my profile picture, it has charm. But it's not, like, high quality, per se. You know? You know what I mean. There's 73 viewers here, so I can leak this. I can give a little leak right now. I did draw some nice art for 50K. In prep for 50K. Once I hit 50K, I'm gonna drop some like 50K celebration art. And again, stylistically, I think it's a cool idea what I drew, but you know, it kind of looks a bit amateur. Can I draw something right now to represent the stream? What should I draw? I can just open paint. I can just start drawing. How old am I? I'm 19. What's up? I'm Tommy, and I'm 19. Is there going to be more JoJo Hot Takes videos? No. No. There might be... So I'm going to do the presentations video, which is... Okay. My headset just died. Luckily, I'm not using my headset mic. And I'm not really listening to anything right now, so that's okay. The 50K is not a video. It's you'll see. I don't think I'll do a because the original 50K special was gonna be the 9/11 video, but I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think I'm doing that anymore. And so now that I'm not doing it, I just don't think I'm gonna do a 50K special. I will have to find though 100K, because 50K, I don't know. It's a weird milestone. I guess some people do milestones for like every 10K, right? But I feel like that defeats the purpose of a milestone if you just keep doing milestones. So I'd have to just like not do a 50K and then I do like a good 100K. 100K 100%. There's going to be a 100K special video. Because that's like 100K is triple digits. That's when you get your YouTube plaque. That's when my parents finally stop finally stop being like, damn, our son really is worthless. Because I have 100,000 subscribers. Woohoo! If you're the real funny Valentine... Oh, that is funny Valentine's profile picture. Do another Q&A. Maybe. Okay, I opened up Paint. Let me put that up on the stream. Do you know something I want to stream? I want to stream The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I just want to stream that game for some reason. I'm getting that, like, urge to play it. And I'm like, if I'm going to play it, I might as well stream it. There's some games I play, like, in my free time that, like, they just wouldn't make good streams. Like, the map games, like, bro, watching those would put you guys to sleep. Just watching a map of, like, the world. But I think like Majora's Mask could make a fun stream. Bro, I would need, if I would ever get a Joshua haircut, I would need way more than 100,000 subscribers. That's all I'm saying. I gotta rather show my balls, though, than my face. I don't know if that's something I should say, but it is what it is. To make sure not to. Okay. How can I? Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll put it like, yeah. Ooh, you cannot read the chat. Ooh. Can you change the color of the chat box? Oh, you can. Oh. What color should the chat be? You know what color I really like? My channel colors, which is yellow and purple. Because royalty. That's the history behind my channel colors is royalty. Okay, what do I draw? Guys, what do I draw? Dude, I hate this because I put my mouse over. Look, when I put my mouse over the canvas, you can't even see my mouse anymore. So I, like, lose track of where I am. Draw Wonder of You? Maybe. Let me see if there's any other suggestions. Also, my food here? Hold up. My food may be just have been delivered. I might have to go downstairs and get it. No, it's not here yet. This guy, the guy delivering my food has a 90% like upvote rate, which is kind of like ooh, because like I don't think I've ever seen like Uber Eats. I don't think I've ever seen like any Uber Eats people under like 99%. Why is the chat box so bad? November Rain could be something I could draw, actually. Probably decently well. Poor Tom. Not drawing that piss baby. Nut King Call. See, those ones are like hard, you know? I guess I have to do Joshu though. I think you're right. I think that's like that's my brand, right? I gotta. All right. Let me pull up an image for reference because I need it. God damn. All right. What do you mean averaged L? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, also I'm drawing on a mouse. Some people have drawing tablets and stuff. I don't. Do I look like an Osu player to you? Bro. The fingers. It's all about the hair, right? Because this looks like this could be anyone. Okay, then we gotta do the face. Yo. Okay, how am I gonna do this hair? Is there different brushes and stuff? Maybe I can use like... Oh, that's big. Oh, he looks like Big Nate. Wait, that's actually big. Yo, mouse drawing gang, for real. I know. It's tough out here for us. Mouse drawers. This looks more like Wu Takomi than it does Joshu, actually, at the moment. How am I... Okay. Huh. So here's the thing with Joshu's hair, right? He has to be like... It has to be like from the side. Because then you get to really see his hair, you know? Here, let me do like another one from the side. Oh, this is big. He is so skinny. Oh, wait. His baby arm. Should we join the stream? Is he drawing chapter 3? Yes, this is going to be chapter 3. Okay. Oh, big. And then he really got that triangle hair going. Josh has no right arm. Yeah, he does. It's just a little baby arm. God gives his tiniest arms to his biggest, best soldiers, or whatever, however that meme goes. So that's for the hair, but then I'm going to continue the front one because the front one is where I can draw like his bow tie and stuff. He's got the classic. How do you draw a bow tie? What? How do you draw a bow tie? Oh, I think it's like this. Oh, this is a bow tie. Ooh. He has rift cuff things like Rohan. Yeah, he does. Not on his baby arm, though. There's no way he has him on his baby arm. He's got the big cuffs that fell off during the vitamin C arc. The vitamin C arc, that's when I first noticed he even had them. I remember looking at that panel where he was looking at them like falling off of him. He's looking at his like cuffs like on the table or something. And I remember looking at that panel being like, what are those? Because I didn't even know what they were. And Joshy was like confused looking at them. And I'm like, why are you confused? What are those? And then I realized, oh, they're supposed to be on his arms. Okay. I actually did his sleeves wrong. He has short sleeves, not long sleeves. But we can fix that. Do you know what else we got to do? How do I size this down? Oh, look at this. Ooh. Oh, a little bit of muscles. He's kind of jacked. He is kind of jacked, actually. Now I'm looking at him. Damn, he is actually kind of jacked in this photo. He's in better shape than most JoJo fans. What is with his pants? He's got like Doritos. He's got like Dorito pants. He's got that Squidward nose. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, mouse movements on small. Oh, that does not look like a face. That's not a human's face. This looks like someone's face after they get their, like face smashed in by like Star Platinum. That's what happens with their face. He got those pants on. And he's got those Doritos. Do you know another game I just had the sudden craving to play on stream? Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's completely unrelated to Joshu and the drawing and stuff, but I don't know. I just had that urge. He does not look like an Undertale character. What Undertale character looks like this? He's got this like weird box on his shirt with lines. Ribbon mouth. You know, this is not even that bad. I'm proud of this. What else does he have? He has a belt. Okay. Just a little bit of this. It's been 9 years since Tropical Freeze? What the hell? Didn't know it had been that long. It doesn't... Then what about Country Returns? Because to me, that one feels like the more modern game. Country Returns feels like the older one. And then people who are alive during the SNES, Donkey Kong Country. Those geezers are on life support. Super Metroid? I've never played any Metroid game. I just feel like playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. He's got a whole ass he's got a whole ass essay portion on his shirt. He's got the English exam essay page. You know that one page just with all the lines for you to write a whole essay on? What if Araki just stopped caring and just started just drawing all of his JoJo panels like this, like unironically? Like not even as a joke or something. He just like stopped caring. Just randomly, you flip the page and this is just the new art style. Everything is just all thrown together. I should try actually the old Donkey Kong Country game. Oh, my food's here. He rang when I specifically said not to, but okay. Hold on, guys. I gotta go get my Subway. She donkey on my Kong till I freeze. I thought of that joke when I was downstairs. Now, if you guys like hearing sounds of people eating in the mic, you're gonna love the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Wait, this isn't toasted. Dude. Dude, Some people, man. That Door Creek part 2. Guys, I don't even know what this stream is anymore. Like, we were talking about JOJOlands Chapter 2. That was like 2 hours ago. Like, I'm just sitting here. I got, like, paint.net open. I got a sub that I'm eating. And you guys are spending your Saturday evening watching. I said to toast it. The Uber guy didn't want it. He's gatekeeping toasted food. I don't know. I do not eat dog. I can tell you that much. I asked ChatGPT for JoJo video ideas, and it said, make a JoJo ASMR video where I reenact a stand fight using sound effects from my mouth ASMR. So, been thinking a lot about that lately. It's 4 a.m. Where is it 4 a.m. right now? India? I don't know if I should tell you to go to bed or to wake up and start the day. No, I'm not into, I don't watch race car driving and stuff. I'm not a racist. Before I'm starting the day? That depends. My sleep schedule... Actually, people know my sleep schedule is pretty bad, because I'll send a message on my Discord server at like 4 in the morning, and everyone tells me to go to bed. And I'm like, alright, damn. You know why I laughed. Yeah, I saw the message too. 200 away from 50K? I know yeah. I don't know the exact number. I haven't been watching it. Because I don't know when I'm gonna hit it. I don't know when I'm gonna hit it. It would be kind of lame to go to bed and wake up and be like past it. I'd want to be there. I'd want to be there when on the live counter when it hits 50K. Why? Sometimes I get this like imposter syndrome, right? And I'm like, why am I the one that gets all these subs? I find all these YouTube channels that have more views than me. That's the thing that gets me. The view count to sub ratio. I have almost 50,000 subs with a total of over 2 million total channel views. There's other channels that have like 10K subs and they'll have like 6 million total channel views. I'm not complaining, of course. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. I don't know why. Like, why do I have 63 viewers sitting here? I'm not even doing anything. I'm eating a Subway sandwich. My favorite stand is Killer Queen. Bro, I should just put that like on an overlay over the stream. Because I get that question so often. Yeah, shorts. I never really got into shorts. I mean, if you go into my shorts tab, I made 3 shorts. But I never really got into them. But now they're monetized, right? There's a whole channel on your Discord for Subway orders. Subway is, I said it earlier, I do not like fast food. Like, sometimes you have to eat it, right? Sometimes you gotta eat it. But it's not something that I enjoy unless it's Subway. Subway is the only fast food place that I'm like, hell yeah, am I excited for some Subway. Actually, no. I also like Five Guys. And the restaurant, too. What I do with Killer Queen. Oh, buddy, I can't say that. There's, like, laws and stuff about what you can and can't say.
Hey, Liver King.
You should be able to post it here. I think you can post links, and I don't mind at all. Gamers against weed? Bro. The Nintendo seal of quality. That's how you know it's a good game. How can you avoid being the weird kid at the new school? Okay, wait, let me think so I can actually give good advice. I'd say be friendly. Be open. As tempting as it is to pretend that you're a Sigma male and, like, put your head down, you know, act all edgy and, like, closed off from the world. I'm so cool and mysterious. That doesn't really make you come off very approachable. I'd say at a new school, right? Just be friendly. Be a friendly person. You can call me CD. Can I just react to memes without showing them? I could show them too. This meme got me earlier. I laughed
But
out loud.
this isn't a game now. It's a real-life scenario, and you
I love this. I'm downloading this one. My Bugatti is solid gold.
But this isn't a game now. It's a real-life scenario, and you
The new kid in my school got arrested for being a drug mule. Oh, okay. Thought you were being like serious for a second. I'm like, damn. You guys had a real streak of sending those Discord messages that have the speech bubble. And then like someone. I have so many friends. I am drowning in friends. I am drowning in companionship. I am not lonely.
Goofy.
What do you I don't know. This is such a curse. This is like a fever dream stream. This would be the stream that you guys like are gonna think about in like 2 years and you're gonna be like, did this stream really happen? Or am I just like imagining it?
Goofy. Goofy.
Oh, can't. No. Pause. No. We can't have that music.
Hi, Dads. What are you doing here?
We've come for the creature you call Mom!
No! You have a perfect civilization! Why would you want to add a woman to it?
Favorite. What's a skeleton's favorite?
Fuck you, Sans! I am going to become real!
Okay, this one is very funny, but only because the context from the text that I'm not gonna read out loud. So do you guys just Yoshi music? That's so crazy that I can just sit here and scroll through memes on Discord, not even show the memes, and I still have like 52 viewers. What kind of world? What kind of sick, twisted world do we live in?
Marty, I'm bored. I'm gonna kill you.
Why was that so well animated? What?
Let's play football.
Okay. Forbidden Yoshi music. Man, Doss has that one tweet that's like blowing up. And if Joshua ends up being Rohan, I'm gonna send you $15. And that's not like a joke thing that I'm gonna say. I will do it, and then I'm gonna post proof of me doing it. Oh man, I'm laughing. I just thought like this is gonna be. Remember when I was talking earlier about like the archive? people in the future, because I'm gonna make a playlist of all of like every chapter discussion after. People in the future, you know, they're gonna want to go back and, because I do the same thing. Honestly, I wasn't around for the beginning of JOJOlan, so I look for like forums and stuff around the time the first chapter or whatever chapter dropped, so I can get people's reactions from that time period. People are gonna come back to this like video expecting like a JOJOlands discussion. I'm just like eating in the mic. It's like paint is just open. Just random sound effects just start playing randomly. And I'm laughing at nothing. You know what? Guys? Whoa, long neck. Damn, that's a long neck. I don't think you guys are ready for what's about to happen. I don't think you guys are ready for this. Soldier's execution for Joshu for all of his war crimes. I am gonna smash a clock. Or sorry. I'm not gonna smash a clock. Because, spoiler alert for the bingo video, I did write it out and I did record it. I just haven't edited it. We didn't get a bingo. And that was the condition. The condition was, if we got a bingo, I'll smash a clock. You can pull up the bingo if you want yourself. Alright, guys. You know what? I'm going to end the stream in just a second. But this stream is going to go out with a bang, if you know what I mean. Hold on, I gotta pull something up first.